What is our objective today? To solve permutation problems involving restrictions. There are many restrictions we can have for permutation problems, but today we're going to narrow the focus. It's one specific type of restriction that has to do with together or not together items. Remember the popular show Friends? Maybe you've seen it. I'm going to use this as a basis for my discussion. The notion of friends and together or not together. So together or not together, suppose 6 friends go out to a theater and there are 6 consecutive seats in the front row. How many ways can the 6 friends sit down to watch the movie? Well, assuming there's no restrictions, they just move in, sit down, 6 people, 6 seats, would be 6 factorial. With 6 seats or 6 stages, 6 choices in the first seat, 5 choices in the second, 4 choices in the third, and so on, all the way down to 1. So 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, or 6 factorial, 720 ways. If one boyfriend and one girlfriend have to sit together, how does that change the number of ways they can all be seated? If there is a restriction of people, that people or items must be together in order, put the number of people or items together in one stage. So I've drawn 5 lines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to represent tasks or stages. And we'll put the boy and girl into one stage because they have to be together. Now they can be in the first spot, the second spot, third, fourth, fifth. They can be in any spot, but wherever they're situated, they have to be together. There are now 5 stages to be considered instead of the 6 that we had with no restriction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the number of ways to order the 5 stages. So in other words, this boy and girl plus the other 4 people would be 5 factorial, or 120 ways. We have to remember that as they're seated together, it could be boy, girl, or girl, boy. So we have to keep that in mind. Boy, girl, or girl, boy. Now, at this point, we would be done if the order had to specifically be either only boy, girl, or only girl, boy. But in most of these questions, we have to account for the order of the together items. In this case, the boy and the girl. But if we have to consider that the order can be either gender, in this case, first or second, then we have to order the together people or items as well. So in this case, there are 2 factorial ways to order the boyfriend and the girlfriend. Now, 2 factorial ways is just 2, and there's the 2. 1 way, second way, 2 ways. Now we have to think that for each of these 2 ways, we have to match with the 5 factorial or 120 ways that we found at the beginning. So the total number of ways for them to sit together in this example would be 2 factorial times 5 factorial, or 240 ways. Together or not together. Now, in making arrangements, items are either going to be together or not together. There are no other options. If you stop and think about that, no other options. Hence, we say that these are complementary events. The together plus the not together is everything. Everything that we've got. So to determine the not together, my suggestion would be to go this way. We're going to subtract the ways that are together. It's reasonably straightforward to find the ways together. So we're going to subtract the ways they're together from the total number of ways without restrictions. Because who knows, like what if the boyfriend and the girlfriend had a fight? Uh-oh. Had a fight. while walking into the theater. And now, heaven forbid, they don't want to sit together. So how many possible ways could they be seated not together? Our solution. So remember that together and the not together added would equal our total number of ways. So if we want the not together, find the total number and subtract the together. Because again, the together and not together are complementary events. There's nothing else. So we found out without restrictions, the total number of ways would be 6 factorial. The together options would be 5 factorial times 2 factorial. So if we go 720 minus 240, we get a 480. That would be the total number of ways these 6 people could be seated if that boyfriend and girlfriend were not seated together. And this is one specific type of restriction, and you'll come across a few others, but the focus here was on the together and not together. Until next time, have yourself a great day.